Midway, see it first with our E3 preview. We have spankin' fresh games like Narc, new Mortal Kombat, Prince of Persia 2, and we answer the age-old question, do ninjas wear underwear? It's game time. Please welcome two people who review the games that make the whole world sing, Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
To buy the world a game.
Don't sing. Welcome to this very special E3 edition of X-Play.
Today we'll be devoting an entire episode to giving you a first look at some of the games we'll see at E3 2004, the biggest video game event in the world.
E3, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, will bring together over 400 game companies, thousands of new games, and turn Los Angeles into every fanboy and fangirl's magical dreamland.
Of course, the fans don't get to go.
Sorry, fellow nerds.
This event is only for the industry and the press. But like good friends who rub it in your face, Morgan and I are going to go to E3 for you.
And today we'll give you a sneak peek at some of the biggest games we'll be seeing at this year's E3.
Games like Prince of Persia 2, Narc, the new Mortal Kombat, Red Ninja, Ghost Recon 2, and dozens of other new titles.
But we wanted to kick things off with a look back at three big games we saw at last year's E3.
And that we'll be seeing again at this year's E3 because they haven't come out yet.
Let's take a moment to remember those who were not released last year.
Quel canto scurrile mi muove la fine, mi muove la fine.
That was very moving.
Yes, it was. Come out already! We should have been playing you by now, damn it!
We've taken a look back. Now let's take a look forward to this year's E3.
Okay, we're gonna start with Midway, the arcade giant who spent most of last year reinventing itself by releasing some of the goriest games we've ever seen.
Games like Hooker Smusher Roadkill, Prison Bloodbath The Suffering, and Head Popper Psyops.
Now, Midway is unveiling a bunch of M-rated remakes of some of their classic games, and fans couldn't be happier.
Here's our first look at the newest games from Midway.
This year at E3, Midway is remembering its past, while keeping a keen eye on its future. Yeah, we know, we've already given you the lowdown on games like Psyops, but Midway has a lot more in store. The first beloved Midway franchise from the past to be revived is Area 51. You return to the same mysterious Air Force base that has become the lore of UFO wackos around the globe. And guess what? There are aliens in Area 51. Cute ones. And ugly ones. The catch is that you're infected with a virus that will eventually cause you to turn into an alien yourself.
What the hell is happening?
It's a race against time to find a cure before it's too late, but you're not alone. Area 51 will see you fighting alongside teammates as you attempt to eradicate the bug-eyed menace. Next up is Shadow Hearts Covenant, an RPG Midway is importing from Japan. On the surface, it looks like every other RPG. Team-up attacks are the order of the day, with members from your party ganging up on enemies. Party members can also transform into entirely different characters. Even the house pet can get in on the action. In the ultimate nod to its past, Midway is releasing the second installment of its Arcade Treasures series. Best of all, it'll sell for 20 bones. This one's got several classics, including the groundbreaking round ball game, Arch Rivals. Other notables include Gauntlet 2, Wizard of War, the first few Mortal Kombat games, and Narc.
Roger, Chief.
Speaking of Narc, it's finally being remade. This time he plays an undercover drug cop who can stray to the wrong side of the law.
You want some of this?
Okay, I think so. While it looks like a Grand Theft Auto clone, note that there's no carjacking in the game. Only drug abuse and plenty of gunplay. Last and most certainly not least is Mortal Kombat Deception. If you thought the last Mortal Kombat was a massive overhaul of the series, you haven't seen anything yet. New additions to the fighting include a motherload of new fatalities. And if you don't feel like letting your buddy do the dirty work, you can finish off yourself. But that's not all. Now there are instant kill locations in mini stages. Even if you have no health, luring someone near one of these can turn the tide. Make that Crimson Tide. The stages are also destructible, with many having several levels to fight on. Now for the weird stuff. Deception has a story mode.
Master Bo Raicho asked me to show you the other schools where he teaches martial arts.
Yeah, we're not overly optimistic either, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. And it gets even stranger still. You can play a Tetris-like puzzle game. Or try your hand at chess, where you fight for each space on the board. Nope, we're not making this stuff up. One thing that's not strange is the inclusion of an online mode on both the PlayStation 2 and Xbox.
Vanilla.
Be on the lookout for all these games from Midway before the end of the year.
Sometimes it's hard to resist the temptation.
You know, Midway's ultra-violent The Suffering may have raised some eyebrows, but the rampant drug use in Narc is sure to have parents groups up in arms.
Because nothing says wholesome family entertainment like a game where cocaine is a power-up.
Coming up, more games, more guns, more hype.
How's your credit? In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you an easy way to instantly check your own credit report for free. So the next time you need credit and apply for a home loan, car loan, or even a credit card, you won't have to imagine what your credit report looks like. You'll know. To learn how to get your free credit report instantly and online, just log on to freecreditreport.com. It's that simple. At freecreditreport.com, you can instantly see what's in your report, who put it there, who's been looking at it, so you can make sure everything's accurate. Staying on top of your credit can make it easier for you to qualify for the lowest available interest rates, which could save you a lot of money. So don't wait. Join the millions of Americans who've already logged on to freecreditreport.com. Got a minute? Just log on to freecreditreport.com. That's freecreditreport.com.
freecreditreport.com. How much are you paying for internet service? $21? $23? Aren't you being charged too much? We think so. With People PC Online, you get unlimited internet access for only $10.95 a month. Go to peoplepc.com now to try us free for 30 days and compare us with your current ISP. With People PC Online, you get internet service for less than half of what the big guys cost. And that's just the beginning. You also get more local access numbers than AOL, plus a smart dialer that automatically chooses the fastest, most reliable number. So you always get the best connection. All for just $10.95 a month. Try People PC Online free for 30 days and see for yourself. Go to peoplepc.com for a quick 3-minute download of our easy-to-use software. Or call 1-800-748-7989. People PC Online, a better way to internet.
G4 TV for gamers and Tech TV are connecting to form the only network taking digital entertainment to the next level.
Sound fun?
I love video games.
Plugged in to every aspect of games, gear, gadgets, and gigabytes.
That was unexpected, right?
Okay. You're watching G4 Tech TV.
G4 Tech TV. Stay connected. Coming May 28th. For more information, go to g4techtv.com.
Once again, the discreet charm of Adam Setzler and Morgan Webb.
Welcome back to this very special episode of X-Play.
We're checking out games that will be unveiled at this year's E3, the biggest video game event in the world.
And right now, we're looking at Namco, the folks who brought us Tekken, Soul Calibur, and Killswitch.
This E3, they've got Xenosaga, Dead to Rights 2, Street Racing Syndicate, and much, much more.
Much.
This year at E3, Namco is serving up more fighting, flying, driving, diving, shooting, smashing, and pretty anime girls than you can shake a controller at.
It's unthinkable.
First up is the gorgeously stylized Baten Kaitos.
A long, long time ago it was. A terrible war was waged between us humans and the wicked god.
Tricky thing about wicked gods, they pop up at the most inopportune moments. When all of civilization lives on islands in the sky, it's handy to have a pair of wings and a card up your sleeve. Yes, Baten Kaitos features turn-based card battles.
The bastards.
Which doesn't usually make us jump for joy, but this just might be the game to do it right.
It's unthinkable.
Going from the pretty to the gritty, we have Dead to Rights 2. Yeah, no Max Payne influence here. Our old buddy Jack Slate is back, and he brought his bullet time system. Blowing stuff up is cool. And so is playing tag with cop cars. Street Racing Syndicate, once a 3DO title, is back in fine racing form. Trick out your ride and hit the shiny, shiny streets. Just keep an eye out for Smokey. But why drive when you can fly?
Oh yeah, just wade through the missiles. What are you, nuts?
In Ace Combat 5, the world is on the brink of war.
We can't let them crush our chance for peace.
Oops, too late. Expect realistic mid-air combat and gorgeous graphics, along with a few plot twists.
As a demon, it uses its power to rain death upon the land.
Huh. Moving from the slightly confusing to the very confusing, we have Xenosaga Episode 2, Gensites von Gut und Böse. Its predecessor won renown with its ultra-long cutscenes and erudite philosophy, and Gensites von Episode 2 looks to continue the trend. Philosophy is pretty. There's pretty, and then there's floating monster babies. Ghost Hunter puts you in the shoes of rookie cop Lazarus Jones. He sees dead people, then he shoots them. He also shoots demons, giant robots, and evil teddy bears. Finally, you can live out your fantasies of offing Teddy Ruxpin. Or, if you want a more down-to-earth shooting experience, we've got a game for you. Break out your light guns for Time Crisis, Crisis Zone.
The complex has been taken over by a terrorist group called the URDA.
Our mission is to liberate Garland Square and suppress the URDA.
Okay, so the goal may be a wee bit limited, but this is one game that delivers up old-school gun game fun in spades.
Reload.
Old school meets new in Tales of Symphonia. Get ready for all that sweet, sweet anime RPG goodness. So calm. Okay, not so calm. There's no turn-based nonsense here, just frenetic battles mixed with pretty, pretty cutscenes. And last, but far, far from least, we have Death by Degrees. Nina has broken out of the Tekken ring and is dealing out carnage right and left. Actually, in all 360 degrees. You flip, slice, and spit your way through hordes of baddies. And you've got a nifty new skeletal targeting system that'll knock them into next week. Say uncle! Can one game company bring so many great concepts to glowing fruition?
It's unthinkable!
Yeah, that's what you always say. But Namco's lineup for 2004 might just make you think twice.
Of course, the big question is whether Namco will unveil Tekken 5 at this year's E3.
We'll be sure to let you know in our exhaustive E3 coverage. And if you want up-to-the-minute info, visit XPlay's E3 website.
TechTV.com/XPlay/E3.
2 slashes.
Yes, you'll find video diaries, photos, and tons of E3 updates. So go there now.
After the break, we have the latest from Ubisoft, the folks who brought us Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry. So there's probably going to be some shooting.
Up next, Prince of Persia 2. And this time, he's not playing nice.
Hi, I'm John Scherer, CEO and founder of Video Professor. You know, after teaching people how to operate their computers for over 15 years now, I'm amazed that there are still people that don't have computer skills, like Windows, word processing, the internet, and email. If you're looking for that new job, or maybe it's just balancing your budget, or even helping your kids with homework, these aren't handy skills to have, these are essential. If you're having trouble learning the computer, I'm going to help you out with a free learning lesson of your choice from Video Professor. Let me show you how simple this is. You put the CD in your CD drive, the lesson plays right on your computer screen. Just follow the step-by-step instructions that guide you through learning the software. The lesson always stays on top of the program you're learning. You see what to do, then just do it yourself. You can't make a mistake because you see the results right in front of you. You can pause or rewind the lesson to move at your own pace. The CD is like having your own personal tutor. It's always there for you to learn or review whenever and wherever it's convenient. You know the best part about this offer? This is free. Now it's important for you to know the reason why I'm doing this. That's because I know that once you try our product, you'll come back to us for all your computer learning needs. These lessons are jam-packed. They're over an hour in length. We've been doing this for over 15 years, and we have over 4 million customers. You just pay a small shipping and processing charge, and I'll even refund that if you're not satisfied with my product. It's free, the risk is free, so what do you got to lose? Try my product.
Call Video Professor now for your free lesson. Choose from Windows, Word, Quicken, the Internet, and many more. Call now and this free gift will be yours. The Anytime Organizer is the calendar, diary, address book, and journal on your PC, so you'll never miss an appointment again. Remember, you must call now to get your free CD and the extra free gift.
To get your free computer learning CD, you must call now. Call 1-800-709-3910.
Visual wonderlands, intriguing tales, spellbinding epics. The world's best anime is on Anime Unleashed. Weeknights at 1 a.m. Eastern, only on Tech TV.
Once again, two people who can tell an elf from a halfling, Adam Sensler and Morgan Webb.
Yeah, they're totally different.
Oh, I know. Elves smell like Buddha.
Welcome back to this special pre-E3 edition of X-Play.
We're bringing you a sneak preview of some of the games we'll be seeing at this year's E3.
Last year, Ubisoft brought us games like Prince of Persia, Beyond Good and Evil, and 13.
This year, they've given us Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow, and Far Cry. Now they're giving us a first look at 2 huge sequels and a game that'll have Rocky fans cheering. Here's our preview of Ubisoft's E3 lineup.
Last year, Ubisoft was known for originality and innovation in its games. This year, they're sticking more to the tried and true, but trust me, there is nothing wrong with that. Capitalizing on what is the most popular Xbox Live game out there, Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow promises to be more team-based, high-tension, terrorist-neutralizing fun. One of the first games to take advantage of new Xbox Live features, you can have player-created tournaments, messages, and clan stats. In addition, there's split-screen cooperative mode, because hey, what's a few dead terrorists among friends? But what's one Tom Clancy game without another to keep it company? Well, trade into balaclavas for some camos in Ghost Recon 2. Realizing that the first Ghost Recon was harder than getting a straight answer out of Donald Rumsfeld, they've softened up the emphasis on micromanaging your team and more on solid support AI to keep things moving. Your team will include yourself and 2 others taking out bad people in foreign lands. Add in the multiplayer, and you've got some good commando goodness.
Rocky Balboa!
On the lighter side of things, the greatest monster that never existed returns in Rocky Legends. You can play the man for whom articulation is never a priority and square off against the loquacious majesty of Mr. T's Clubber Lang. And the evil empire's avatar of eugenics, Ivan Drago. Promising boxing as realistic as was found in the movies, the game could be a fun romp through cinematic nostalgia. Speaking of nostalgia, no television show did a better job of lionizing the Confederate values of family tribalism and egregious law enforcement than the Dukes of Hazzard. And now the fun returns to the console in the Dukes of Hazzard, The Return of General Lee. Following the show, you'll find yourself in the Dodge Charger that guzzled fun instead of gas, engaging in crazy hijinks, stunts, and all of it to the rebel yell of the original cast. Just when you thought you couldn't play another World War II game, along comes Brothers in Arms.
Can't take a breather yet. Grab your gear, soldier.
The most impressive of Ubisoft's lineup, this game follows Fox Company from their dropping in on Normandy, with the actual French locale stunningly recreated for size and scale. The game plays as a shooter, but you do command a squad with simple commands that won't throw you out of the action. Look for the greatest generation to get a little better. But the biggest eye-opener has got to be The Return of the Prince. The Prince of Persia sequel has gotten a little darker and has a lot more combat. The acrobatics are still in effect, but oh man, that's so cool. They're integrated into the combat far more effectively. And boy, oh boy, does it still look good. Plus, actual bosses are available to fight, or to use as a timpani. There's gotta be a better way. Story and other tidbits aren't available yet, but just looking at this makes me want to don a sash and kick some ass.
Even though the Prince of Persia footage is grainy, what strikes me is how much more violent and dark the sequel is. It'll be interesting to see if this grittier tone makes the second game outsell the original.
People like gritty, but of course the biggest question is if we'll catch a glimpse of the third Splinter Cell game at E3. And we'll be sure to let you know, even if we have to pull a Sam Fisher to get it.
Because it's so easy to be stealthy in bright orange shoelaces and platform heels.
Jamming ass, mistress of the flying guillotine in Red Ninja. Plus, someone's been a bad bandicoot.
GameFly. Rent the games you want, play as long as you want, for one flat rate. No due dates, no late fees. Go to Gamefly.com for your free trial.
Look, certain people don't want you to know this, but you can get more than 100 channels of great entertainment, including over 30 HD channels, without paying a dime up front. I'm talking about Voom, the only entertainment system designed to deliver high-definition television. Voom has 3 times more HD channels than anyone else. Movies, sports, music, and news you can't get anywhere else, all in HD. Voom delivers the best-looking picture on Earth, so your favorite cable and local channels look awesome, too. The competition just can't compete, so you can see how all this makes them pretty upset. But you better move fast. This offer ends May 31st.
Just stick with what you have. It's fine. Could we get this off the screen, please?
You are cordially invited to a college graduation, your own graduation. It will be held a lot sooner than you think. Because at University of Phoenix Online, you can earn your bachelor's or master's degree in the most efficient way possible. Invest in your career and personal earning potential with a state-of-the-industry degree. Attend class whenever and wherever you want via the internet. Most students earn their degree in just 2 to 3 years. Designed for working adults, University of Phoenix is the largest private accredited university in the U.S. We offer degrees in business, e-business, management, IT, marketing, accounting, education, criminal justice, healthcare, and more. Call now to explore your career options with a trained counselor. The consultation is free and could be life-changing. Accept our invitation to your success. University of Phoenix Online. Call for free information now. 1-877-600-2382.
Welcome to Unscrewed.
I'm Laura Fisher.
I'm your TV pal, Martin Sargent. All right, tonight's show is so full of vim, it'll pop you in the nose if you look at it crosswise.
Take a walk on the wild side of technology. Unscrewed. Weeknights at 11:30, 10:30 Central. Only on Tech TV.
Once again, two people who bent their Wookiee. It's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
My Wookiee bends to the left. Welcome back to our pre-E3 edition of X-Play.
We're taking a first look at some of the games that will debut at the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
And here's a peek at some of the games developer Vivendi Universal will be unveiling at E3.
At this year's E3, Vivendi Universal has a vast variety of games to keep you busy until the snowflakes start falling. Let's take a look. Don't be fooled, fellas. She may look pretty, but she's not to be messed with. In Red Ninja, you play as Kurenai, a young female ninja out to avenge her father's death. And avenge she will. Her weapon of choice is the Tetsugen, a versatile blade on a rope. In addition to dispensing enemies, Kurenai can swing from poles or use it to lower herself. And like most ninja games, there's plenty of stealth. And finally, the eternal question is answered. Yes, ninjas wear panties. Evil Genius is a strategy/life simulation where you play as a conniving mastermind bent on world destruction. Like any genius holed up in an underground lair, you're gonna have problems with spies. Problem solved. Struggle to maintain your base while worker bees attempt to construct a doomsday weapon. We don't know about you, but we're getting pretty tired of games based on World War II. Men of Valor is taking a step outside convention to deliver a first-person shooter based on the Vietnam War. Featuring historically accurate scenarios, this game even features napalm strikes. You constantly play with a band of teammates, though you're not responsible for protecting them. Featuring 21 weapons, there's plenty of firepower to keep the enemy on the ropes. With full Xbox Live support, the shooter looks to keep on giving once the lengthy single-player experience is complete. Don't worry about building your base and mining for precious minerals. The strategy game Ground Control 2 is all about combat.
Under fire, sir.
Set in the future on an alien planet, variety of combat is the name of this game. Roll out a convoy of tanks and weaken enemy lines.
Enemy dispatched.
Or take the war to the skies. You can even single out specific ground units and watch them go to work. If you're dying for a combat-oriented strategy game, this is one to watch. Just when you thought Crash Bandicoot was dying a slow, painful death, but then he goes and gives it a complete overhaul. For the first time ever, Crash is in full free-roaming 3D. Welcome to 1996, Crash. Want even more insanity? Remember Crash's nemesis, Neo Cortex? Yeah, that's him. Well, now, he's Crash's ally. Well, kind of. The two must work together to overcome various obstacles throughout the game. The one-hit kills from past Crash games have also disappeared. And with 20 areas, 4 playable characters, massive boss fights, and a script by the writer of Ren and Stimpy, Crash is doing his best to make a valiant comeback, but not before taking his lashes.
Now, the other big title from Vivendi is Chronicles of Riddick, Escaped from Butcher Bay.
I know what you're thinking. Stupid game based on mediocre movie.
But this third-person action game actually looks really good and features the image and voice of Vin Diesel. Not that that's a selling point. I mean, Judi Dench is featured more prominently in the movie ads than he is.
Because fanboys can't get enough hot Dench action. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, you can check out our E3 coverage right now.
At techtv.com/xplay/E3. We also have a Mo blog where we'll be posting pictures of E3 And our exploits there and adventures.
There will be mini exploits and adventures.
Right.
Then typically, you know, my ears start to collapse, the drum.
And then you start to lose your voice.
And then
I
there's
know.
that twitch that happens like this, like,
Right.
I've seen too many games.
Right,
I've seen
exactly.
Too many games.
And then we start to lose them, and then I have to do it.
But you know what? You don't have to suffer like we're going to have to suffer. You're just going to sit there and watch all the insanity take
Right,
place.
and learn about all the new games you're going to be playing next year.
See you from LA.
Good night.